tell me about, I'm not going to go there yet because something significant happened to the character pretty quickly after that, in the penultimate episode. Tell me about when you found out that you were going to go blind.
Yeah, I mean, what was so cool, and again, it doesn't happen all the time at all when you're working on a show, but just like always getting surprised by things, right? So finding out, like, for instance, I think it was the second season of, for instance, like that, oh, there's going to be a bomb attached to my back and we're going into the
That's
desert, you know?
right. That's
Like,
right.
right, where it's
Oh,
like, are you
man.
serious? That's going to
Beastie
happen.
Badlands. Been there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that in a moment. Go ahead.
Yeah. But just like, so finding out these things where I never would have seen it coming, right? Just like, and two, the blindness, I would never have seen that coming, right? So they were just always, um, kicking it up a notch, right? Raising the bar and not being afraid to go there, which I really admired. That, takes balls as a creator, as creatives to keep pushing that, right? So yeah, I mean, I was all over it. I thought it was a great choice. Like, we want to see what happens when somebody is challenged in a new way, to keep thriving and contributing, and so I thought it was a great opportunity that they did that.
That was such a dramatic scene when you're in the spacesuit and you go under the water and the dome explodes again. So it's broken
Yeah,
again. And you're one on one with this, I forget the type of star that it is. And I mean,
again, being
you're
yourself.
being tortured,
Yeah.
by this light. It's just an
Mhm.
extraordinary moment. Like we were there with her in that moment while she's, flailing by a cable and being her corneas are being destroyed. So that was intense,
Yeah.
Jennifer.
Yeah, pretty
Wow.
intense, right? Like, and yeah, and then I remember like shooting the in the water scene, right?
Hmm.
Putting my head under the water in a helmet. Oh my God, it was just
That's
like,
not airtight. It's a motorcycle helmet.
yeah. And so the water is coming in, and it
Yeah.
was just to get the shot of me like opening my eyes, and oh God, it was, yeah. It just from a claustrophobic point of view, it was, putting your head in the water in a helmet is not my idea of a good time, right? So, like, it
Do
was
we have
great.
the
And then,
shot? Do we have the shot? Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. And meanwhile, they're dropping like all these like dry ice bombs into the water. And I'm like, is it okay to open my eyes?
Jeez, that's crazy. Malice. If we take a step back a few episodes, um, what a show! The Bisty Badlands in New Mexico is the second location that the show went to. The first one was White Sands in pilot in episode 3, and then you guys returned in Malice to Bisty, which is one of the most remarkable landscapes in the United States, in my opinion. I've been there. It feels it. You are no longer on Earth.
Yeah, yeah, it
Tell
really does.
tell us about filming there.
Yeah. Oh God. Again, just like what a joy to get to, like, to travel for work is
Yeah,
like, doesn't get any better than that,
yeah.
right? And I'd never been to New Mexico, and yeah, it was just beautiful. Like, I discovered that like I have a very specific feeling comes over me when I'm in that area. Like, there's something about the Southwest that really resonates with me, and would never have known that had I not gone there. And but there's like this sort of stillness that comes over you, right? And or me at least.
Mm.
And so yeah, it was just incredible, like to get to go out there, and then get to go out there and do those types of things, like to have those crazy explosions and be working with a whole new crew basically, right?
Mm.
And yeah, it was just glorious. And then I went off after we are shooting. I stayed a few days later, and I traveled a bit to Santa Fe, and it was just like,
Oh,
oh my God, come on, is this real life?
no, there's no. It's a wild area. Absolutely. You have a scene with Carlisle
Hmm.
that is Simeon has run off and has attached an explosive to your back, and
Yeah,
you are about to detonate, and he doesn't think that he has the equipment to disarm it until he
yeah.
realizes he needs this like a straight pin or something. And
Mm.
this moment comes over you of, and I think you know the one I'm talking about, of resignation, and she says, "It's okay."
Hmm.
That was wild. where it's like you had to you got to take that character to a spot where, you know, she's resigned to the fact that she's about to be no more, that she's that did what were the emotions that came through that?
Yeah, it's funny that you bring that up because, like, like looking back now, right? I mean, I'm sure you've heard this before from actors, but it's always just like, I could have done better, or I wish I'd done this, or I wish oh, now I understand what it's about and all that. But that was really that moment specifically that you're talking about. I was really helped by Rob Cooper, who was directing the episode. And he, like, I was doing some things and I don't think it was quite right. Like, I don't think I'm being that hard on myself. I didn't really feel like it was where it had to be. And he did come over in between and in between takes. And he said, this is the moment where if you're going to go there, go there, like this is sort of the last moment that you can have these feelings. And so once he said that, then it opened me up more, and I was able to understand it more, so that was a really helpful direction.
Wow. What has this show meant to you, to be a part of it?
Man. Yeah, it's meant a lot. I think that's a really nice way to put it, is what has it meant to you? It means a lot to me, this show, because it's given me so many things, and I feel like, to be a part of a show that you want to ideally, as an actor or as an artist, be a part of things that make a difference for people, that like contributes in some way, that affects people, that gives people joy, or whatever it is, right? And I feel like this show really does that. And so to be a part of it is like, yeah, that's the ideal. That's sort of the goal as an artist, right? So in turn, that's given me so much to feel like it's made a difference for other people, and also just, of course, like I say, just the great experience we had making it, because again, that doesn't happen all the time, right? So
exactly. Were you on the Carl Vinson with some of the cast when the announcement came out of the cancellation? Did you go on the ship for the tour?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm trying to remember where I was when we found out. I can't remember, but I do remember Patrick, of course, good old Patrick, finding that the best way to put something. He's like, I feel like I'm in the stages of grief, of like, denial, bargaining, all these things, right? So it was like, he was right. We were all just, not wanting to let go, right?
And boy, he was given a steak with Travelers. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Man, what a great role for
totally.
him.
Yeah. I know, just like the comic relief, right? And I think, my understanding is like he already had the role, like Brad had already written it with him in mind, but he still auditioned, but didn't know that.
Thanks for watching this clip from Dial the Gate. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. It's our goal to share a new Stargate story every day while we're on break. Please feel free to subscribe to future episodes here on YouTube. And if you have Stargate friends who might like this clip, let them know about us. Be sure to visit dialthegate.com to view the complete archive, as well as transcripts from past interviews. I'll see you on the other side.